Hello everybody and welcome back to Minecraft Modded Part 45, I believe. And in this episode of things I don't want to do, well, I don't want to go in there. I do not recommend going in there. I personally recommend going in with diamond armor. With, protection, I think. Because there are a lot of mobs in there that use axes, and I don't know if I told you this, but axes can hit through a object we haven't really used. It's called a shield. A shield can deflect one attack every second? 2 seconds? 3? I don't know the exact time, but what I do know is that it can be used to deflect weapon attacks, whether it be a projectile or a... hi, are you a new tree? No, you're not a new tree. Damn. You are! You're a new tree. A walnut tree. Okay. And then you're more walnuts, I believe. Yeah. A lot of walnuts around here, my goodness. But yeah, in the last episode we were starting to go off to the desert after doing a lot of stuff. My goodness, so many walnuts. Yeah, I'm not surprised it's loading stuff. It's almost like I'm going to a new place. Yeah, I don't want to go in that mansion. Woodland mansions are quite, fun. So, semi-spoiler. If you were to go in there, you would find mobs called illagers. And said illagers, there are different levels of illagers, of course. One of them is able to spawn an enemy type we haven't seen the normal, enemy for. So, yeah, that's fun. I could climb this mountain, that would be marvelous. It's a good thing I know how to jump strafe in Minecraft. Well, I needed to sprint. I'm not the best at jump strafing, but I'm still able to do jump strafing a good bit. Oh my goodness, I don't like being up here, but I also do like being up here, because that means I get an excuse not to stare at the darkness. Anywho, more importantly, we are still making our way down to the desert over there, that we can see from our compass. But we also have to deal with the fact that it's like, you know, we're crossing several thousands of blocks to make it to the same place. You know what I should do? Put away some of these crops and such. Why do I still have emeralds in my inventory? I think it's because I stayed there. Alright, let's sleep so that mobs can disappear. Continue moving forward. Alright, let's keep moving forward, I guess. That's the best we can do right now. More cashews. Fun fact! That isn't just a weird... Leaves. Leaves don't function the same, because this is a resource pack. And it's a mod that is integrated with it, so we don't get the actual, like, look of the leaves. But! Cashews are actually grown on apples, and that texture is mirrored to whichever direction it's in. Interesting. Anyway, more importantly, yeah, cashews are the little things on the end of cashew apples, for those who don't know. It's a very niche knowledge thing. Because, why the heck would you want to know about cashews being technically underneath an apple. Not technically, it's very much underneath an apple. It is, again, called the cashew apple. If I didn't already state it, well, I'm sorry. I'm very focused on other things. Obviously, not dying is one of them. Do I still have? I do. I do still have this. So let's go take that. We probably could have found some more trees, because I don't know if we have all the saplings yet. We might. I could have also gotten more things, but I know that I'm guaranteed to get one more crop, and that's the main reason why I'm not looking on the ground, because that would mean I would have to, you know, set up a whole new area for it. You may be wondering, why aren't I just going to a beach? Well, fun fact about that. What I'm looking for isn't on a beach. They can never spawn on beaches. They only spawn in deserts. And very rarely in any other desert type than just a desert. Now, you know what would suck is if the place we're looking for isn't even a desert. Like, it's a tiny desert and there's no saguaros, nor any cactuses. Fun fact, a saguaro is a cactus. But more importantly, yeah, that's the crop we're looking for. We're looking for what is called a saguaro. In this mod, it isn't some giant cactus. Very much based... Hello, turtle. Turtles are another mob that exists. Turtles will go to their home beach wherever they were spawned on or wherever they are born on. Very cool. Their eggs are like the weakest thing in the world, because if you stand on them, you can kill them. It's as simple as that. Alright, looks like we have a reason to get stuck. We have a reason to zoom across the ocean. Oh my goodness. Hello, lava of destruction. Oh my goodness. I do not like this. Oh, is this a deep ocean? I think this is a deep ocean. I have a sneaking suspicion. This is like a deep ocean. Or like a coral ocean. Oh my goodness. I don't. Well, at least we're zooming past, so mobs won't really appear. Oh, there's a mob down there. That's an interesting mob, last I checked. Yup, I think that is what I think it is. I believe that mob is a drowned. They only spawn in very specific locations. They're essentially a zombie type. There are several zombie types. We might meet another zombie type. As we make it to, other biomes. Because one of them does spawn in a desert. And I believe a different, skeleton type appears in the tundra. I'm not sure about that. It might be the frozen areas. The icy frozen areas. We gotta do a lot of climbing, it seems. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. The game is like so silent right now. And it's not the music. The music's still at 40%. And usually I hear something. But right now, there's like nothing playing. I swear. Your oats. Your oats. Your oats. Your oats. Your barley, which is still something I have. Oh, but it would suck to find more. Because then I'd have to find more crops to justify building up our thing more. Anyway, this is pointed in the wrong direction. I'm sorry if I've been a little bit quieter than normal. My microphone tends to wander itself somehow, even though it's locked. It's locked by a, clamping type of, type of screw. So it clamps onto the metal. Causes a lot of friction. So I don't know why that happens constantly. I don't know how, to be honest. But hopefully I'm a little bit louder. Not too much louder. Ah, yes. Have I told you about this problematic block right here? Is this the problematic block? No. Watch out. Ooh, hi. This must be a frozen peak. Right? Yeah, these are the frozen peaks. Good to know. So I wouldn't want frozen peaks. 'Cause this is packed ice. If I'm correct, this is packed ice, which is a different type of ice than normal ice. Or this is normal ice, and I just don't know what I'm talking about. Ooh. No! This might be normal ice. This is packed ice. Because it is so much shinier. Oh, hello, dangerous mob. Those are goats. With them. Sorry. Language. Don't mess with them. Do not mess with them. They are mobs that if you stand around them for too long without moving, they will actually directly attack you. And it's not fun. Okay. So I wouldn't... Well, I might want frozen peaks, because I feel like you could still get a tall location. Because, what I'm looking for is coal. And if I want to get a crazy amount of coal, I might want to make a little base right here in these frozen peaks. On top of this frozen peaks. Because coal is extremely common and grows in large bunches at a certain elevation. And so that's what I would want. Because I just need coal to get my villagers built up. Now, problematically, I believe normal ice will melt. I don't know about packed ice. I know nothing of packed ice. I don't know if packed ice will melt. I know that normal ice will, as I've repeated. But I'm still gonna break a block of ice. Okay, so it breaks. You can still break it, like normal. Oh, that's a good info to know. Oh. That must have been a bleat of a goat. Yeah, I don't know when they were added, exactly, because I did have a hiatus on this game, because I just didn't feel like playing it for a while. It was weird. It was just like I was focused on other things at the time, so... And I didn't really have the time to play it. And then I completely forgot about it. And then I did the Let's Play, and then I did more of the Let's Play, and then eventually, like... I just couldn't do the Let's Play, and then the game had gotten so updated at the point that, like, it wouldn't have been justifiable to go back because, you know, the odds of my save file being corrupted increased as I kept going up in the versions of Minecraft. And so, I just decided to end the series where it was, and I couldn't really do anything. That's the unfortunate reality of playing Minecraft normally, is that eventually you'll either have to give up on a world or keep playing it on a certain update. Arctic foxes! How adorable. I believe we need berries to get them to go close to us. I don't think you can... I don't know if you can tame them. I think they are a truly wild mob when it comes to a pet-like enemy. A pet-like mob. Alright, we still need to go in this direction, because we still got thousands of blocks to go. I'm very sorry that this one is very, very boring. But this is what happens when you traverse thousands of blocks. You really just have to start talking to yourself or something. To be fair, I'm one of those people who is just kind of born talking to myself mostly and having a vast imagination. So it came naturally to me. That's why I really wanted to start Let's Playing, is because of that. Because I was already talking to myself while playing games and doing other things. And then I continued to see people do Let's Plays, and then I was like, you know what? I think it's my time. My time to do it. And then I did it. And I started. And then I've been in and out because of, you know, life problems and such like that kept me from doing stuff, so made it a whole lot harder to get stuff done. I believe if we have that Frostwalker enchantment, I think you run on ice faster, and you also create ice when you go near water. So you can destroy your water sources unless they are a waterlogged block, in which case you cannot freeze it. Anywho, we're not going directly in the location, so we're still gonna be ways away. I believe there's a limit to the distance it can show you. I forget that limit. But it checks in a radius around you, whether or not there's a biome. And then it'll, I'm talking about the item, obviously. Or at least, I'm talking about the item. The distance, there's a specific distance that it can, look for stuff around you. And so, yeah, you can actually not be close enough to a biome to find it. It sucks when that happens. Because then you know, hey, there's nothing you can do. That's a polar bear. That mob isn't too bad. I'd rather not fight it, and I'd rather not get an angry. I don't know if it drops anything. But, if you see a polar bear with a cub, don't walk towards it. Because if I'm correct, this guy shouldn't be too angry at me just walking up to him. But if it was a mother and had a polar bear cub near it, oh hey, a frozen village with straight up polar bears in it. Well, I'm gonna call this the frozen village, 100%, because I mean it's like right next to ice. Hi! I didn't know this is what the armor places looked like. Well, either way, let's put a, I believe it's this, not this, it's this button, and then we say, Frozen Village, because it's right next to one. And if we find another village that's right next to the, Frozen Lands, whatever, I forget what it's called. Frozen Spikes or something. It generates these. That's packed ice. But hello. Also hello armor. Also hello free armor. That's a default iron helmet. And it looks like a default iron chest plate. Oh. Ow! That's a campfire. Campfires can be used to cook food. I don't really care about grabbing that. But I am wondering what could be in these inventories. A bunch of potatoes. To add to my other collection of potatoes. A bunch more spruce saplings. Some wood! Wow. A kitty cat. Running inside. I could get a kitty cat. I can tame one of these cats, if I wanted to. If I had, if I could lure them into a house, and then also, if I was... Huh. Oh, it was submerged after. Oh, This is the frozen nitwit. Good to know. And this was generated weirdly. Alright, good to know. I don't think we're gonna be able to get rid of this water. Oh, this is a goldsmith's house. Good to know. Alright, what was I gonna do? I was gonna go up there. Is there a way to get up here? Or is this, like, generated so weirdly that I can't actually get up there? More bread. More patates. And more spruce saplings. Hello, fox. Hello, pumpkins. I could steal for, you know, making my village. Alright, it looks like we've got a place up here that we could investigate as well. Oh, it's another one of those. Double door houses. So there's like a dog catcher. Even though there's no dogs. They're just called dog catchers. I'm a child. Excuse me as I steal all of your stuff. Ooh, I'm close enough to keep it. Good. Hey, look, those berries I talked about. Wow, what a concept. An iron nugget, I guess I can put away in here. The coal I grabbed, I can put away in there. Wheat seeds, I don't really need. Is that a well? That's a well. This is a mason. And this is a well. I was correct. Well, this is an interesting little village. It spawned right next to the frozen Alps, the frozen spikes. So that's cool. It's another leg of the journey. It's not far enough away for me to justify. It's not close enough for me to justify not building a house next to the desert. But you know, at least it exists. And that's all that matters right now. Why am I carrying this beef? I don't know why I held on to this beef. What am I doing? I need to wait for one more slot and then I can do it twice. Alright, well, unfortunately, we've still got a ways away to, traverse. Hello. You do not have a child, but you are an army. You have company, so, oh, hi! Unfortunate for you, bud. Hi there, you're adorable. Well, looks like I get to go swim. I get to go, go rowing. Oh my goodness. I love both this texture pack and just this biome in a lot of cases. I mean, it's still just scary with the, like, you could run up on a polar bear with a cub, and if it's a cub, if it's a cub, then the mother will attempt to kill you. The parent will attempt to kill you. It just is how their AI works. But no, like, look at this biome. Like, it's just beautiful. Is that blue ice? That's blue ice. That isn't packed ice. This is blue ice. I think? Yeah, this is blue ice, this is packed ice. Blue ice is blue. I think it's blue packed ice, but the normal packed ice is like a whitish, like a normal ice color. And then there's also special, like, blue ice. Blue packed ice. Which is technically its own thing. It is a separate block in the game. So I forgot to tell you about that. That's one thing I forgot, is that there's multiple types of packed ice. Although I think there's only 2? I think there's the white packed ice, they're like default packed ice, and then there's the blue packed ice. Oh my goodness. Oh, can we... Are we about to sleep on a... We're about to sleep on a... Yeah, don't do that. Oh, I'm sleeping on ice. Okay. I'm sleeping directly on ice. Alright. Well, more importantly... Yeah, as I said, do not place down a torch. Luckily... Well, that's kelp. It looks like the kelp was too tall and immediately broke. Kelp is what you can use to make that dried kelp block that you can give to a... Is it the butcher? Or no, you can buy from the butcher, or I think you could actually get them as something you can give to a butcher or whatever, or a farmer, I forget which. I feel like it should be more tied to a farmer. Just makes sense. Sorry if you can't see that well because of the lighting. Actually, you can see better than I can. I keep forgetting. 1, my glasses suck, and 2, you actually don't get as much of the rays as I do. Or at least... No! What am I saying? You know the funny part? I'm using the same exact graphics card. I'm using the graphics card twice, so it's just how it's in the recording window. Because this time I can't set it up with, oh hey, they're different. No, they're not. They're set to be the exact same. They're both set on the graphics card. And yeah, it's just how it is. Well, it looks like we've got kelp, which will be relatively easy to grow. I can make a system. I believe kelp can grow up to like 24 blocks tall. It can spawn, I think, higher than that. I'm not sure, but I know it can grow to like 24 blocks. Oh my goodness. You know what? Let's do an inspection. Hello. That seems like... Oh, that's funny. It's like a white color. It's like a gray color. Oh, that's funny. It doesn't look like we've seen any other villages. Good. Because, I'm not looking for villages. I'm looking for the desert. Because the desert is still 1,000 blocks in this direction. Sorry, and hopefully not a, tiny desert that gives me nothing. Let's see. What other deserts are there? There's a desert. I believe there's a mesa desert. Eroded badlands are badlands. They are different from deserts. Although I think they do use sand? I don't know. I don't remember. Let's see. The mushroom fields are rare. Terrifying. Savannah is the place where is right next to our house. Savannah Plateau is a plateau that is in a savanna. Huh. Is there only a desert? I thought there was a mesa. Is that modded? That could be modded. That's modded. Never mind. I believe that's in a mod called, Plenty of Biomes. I believe. It adds a ton of biomes. Unfortunately, it doesn't work too well with the crop mod, so I decided not to add it. Also, it makes a lot of areas sparse, so I feel like if I would create it, then it would be, it would be different. It would be for a different series that, like, doesn't require me to go get crops. So I'd probably get rid of Croptopia. Maybe I'd add a different biome to that. But unfortunately, in this episode, we actually have to end it here. Yeah, I knew it was going to take some more time to, make it over to that, make it over to the, desert. I had a feeling it would take more than 30 minutes. And even then, we're still like 1,000 blocks away. So, like, what did you expect? I'm gonna keep moving forward here. That's a beach again. We're gonna end near that beach. Ooh, a bee. Adorable. Don't fly over the ocean, please. They will die if they do that. Hi. I swear. You are not, because you are a bell pepper, which I already have growing. Bell pepper, bell pepper. That's the one that's causing problems. Alright, more importantly, I have to end this episode here. So, if you like this video, you can like it down below. You can comment. That's entirely up to you. If you liked it enough that you want to subscribe, I recommend you hit the bell notification to be notified when I upload. Because I have a pretty good schedule of every day. So far, it's been every day. So far, whenever I have plans and I can't record and I don't record in advance, then there probably won't be any videos. That's just how I am. I might record extra content so I can get videos out on Christmas Eve and Christmas, because I will not be able to record them the day of. I won't be able to record the day of, so there might be a gap if I choose to record extra segments for each day, then I probably will. Like the 22nd and the 23rd, I'll probably record those respective videos twice, so I can have one for the 23rd, one for the 25th, and then I could probably do the 26th the day of, so I could just do that. I forget which video is the 23rd and the 25th. I believe that's Dead Island. Yeah, it's Dead Island. But yeah, more importantly, I will see you in the next episode, where we cross another ocean again. Because, of course, there's always oceans. Anywho, bye-bye!